It's Barb coming to you from the living room again. I have a Crafter's Companion and a Cricut order. Crafter's Companion. It's mainly one thing. They sent me a coupon for Sarah's birthday, and it ended up being for 50% off from certain items. You had to shop from one area, but they had Tiffany's fat quarter storage in there, which comes with 3 cubes and a folding board. So I decided I was going to order that. So I ordered 10 of those. I'm hoping to switch my fat quarter storage to that. I'm not sure I'll have enough. I should have enough to at least do my rainbow, and then if I have to leave like my seasonal ones in the Leanne bags, I can do that. But maybe with that folding board, I can get those folded up a little nicer. And then you got a free Lucky Dip that day, which basically is just a mystery item, and this is what I got, the Deco Vines die, which I'll use that. I'll be honest, I'm not ordering too often from Crafter's Companion. When I do, it's usually for some of the TT items that honestly I'm not sure will be available after a certain point. I know Tiffany's trying to fight to get things back, but she may not be able to get back. She at least wants her name back. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. So when they don't have a lot of her stuff on their website anymore at all, and they're not shipping her things to I don't think they're shipping anything to the US unless it's through HSN. But I'm trying to pick up the TT items if I see they have them for a good price. And then I ordered from Cricut mainly because I wanted the mystery box. So I ordered some of the writable vinyl smart labels. I did not realize this was for the smart machines, the Explorer 3 and Maker 3. I think you can use it with the Venture as well, which is the great big machine. I mean, I would love to upgrade to the Maker 3, but that's only if I have enough budget left after I buy everything else I need for the craft room, which I'm thinking probably not, especially since I'm probably going to have to buy a TV. But I can cut this off to fit on a mat if I absolutely have to. But pick up that. And then the mystery box had Sport Flex Iron-On in black. What was this mystery box called? Does it say? Blue Graphite is what it was called. heat transfer vinyl. This one was 24 inches, 2 feet. This one's 5 feet of the silver glitter iron-on. And this one is silver premium vinyl, the permanent glossy, and it's 48 inches, so it's 4 feet. There's these aluminum sheets. Carol Prevost from Carol's Cricut Crafts was saying, yeah, they're sublimation friendly, so you could sublimate on these if you wanted to. I figured maybe I could do them, you know, use them with the invisible ink or whatever. The washable fabric pen that you can use if you cut fabric like on your maker, which I have done before. And then it came with a pack of the 12 sheets of the printable vinyl in the 8.5 by 11. Compatible with the Maker, Explorer, Extra, and Extra it says. But honestly, you could use this on any cutting machine. It just goes on a mat. So if you used it with your regular Joy, you'd have to cut it down smaller so it would fit on the mat. That's it. And I bought it because of this little cutie. I like the little blue one. I have one, mine's purple. I bought the little blue one. If I ever see them do a turquoise one again, I want to buy that one. But I don't need a whole bunch of these. I just kind of wanted a blue one because I figured, I don't know if they'll do the because I think they've done a turquoise one in the past, and I think they've done this color in the past, so the turquoise one might roll around again. But I figured the little blue one would do for now. But that is what I got from Cricut, and I did send a text to the guy. I should send him another one. I should have done that. Just said, you know, I should have said anyway, they could get out here this week. I did tell him I would like to get a key because the IKEA furniture is being delivered this week, and I said I would prefer that not be in an unlocked, you know, room. He says, okay, I'll try to get on that, but I think I will just send them back. You know, if you could get out here and get those other 2 things done in there, I could start setting up that room. Be honest, I'm sick of the 4 walls. I just am. I'm really tired. I'm gonna see if these fit. I know these fit in here. I'm gonna see if those 2 vinyl sheets will fit in here. I hope, because I'd like to see if the way I'm laying it out, if I'll have room. They have this origami cart on HSN. It's actually 2 carts, 2 4-shelf carts, and then it has 2 connector shelves so you can connect them together. So I'd like to get that, and then the little section in the middle where you connect it together, I could put whatever machine I'm currently using on that one, and then just switch them out when I need to, you know, like, okay, I'm using the Maker, oh, I want to use my Gemini, I can bring that up here and put my Gemini there, or my Joy Extra. The way that one's made, I don't think I could really operate the machines from the 2 carts because it has a crossbar in the back. But from the middle part where it connects them, I could definitely run the machine. So that's kind of my plan. Honestly, I use the Maker the most. It would probably just sit there unless I wanted to use another machine, and then I would move it over and move the one up that I wanted. My plan is to like dedicate a shelf for each of the machines I have, so that whatever one I'm using, there's always an empty space for, so I don't have to try to juggle machines. Like, I know I want to put, I'm probably going to keep my Expression for now. I've always kept that just in case I ever don't have internet. I can still use my cartridges. Internet here is really unreliable, which is weird because it's the same internet company we had at our old house. It's just here. There's a new one coming through that uses the, what do they call it? I cannot think of the name of it. It's that special wiring
that's supposed to be more reliable, but they're coming through. They're busy laying the wires and all that, so we're planning to, I believe my daughter's planning to switch once that's done. But like, I'm going to put my Expression, my Explore, I have my Maker, have my brother Scan and Cut. That's 4. The Gemini, I'm hoping maybe I can put both of them on one, because I have the Gemini and the Gemini Junior. I'm hoping they'll fit on one shelf, which I think they will. Just like the Joy and the Joy Extra, I'm hoping they'll fit on one. And then maybe I can sit like my Big Shot on one, maybe, if I need to. Well, I'll have to wait and see how that goes. Otherwise, I will tuck them into one of the little half cube, that one into one of the little half cubes. But that's kind of my plan. I've been kind of trying to draw out on paper like my cubes and what can go in different ones. Some of that might change. I did figure once I moved in, at first I was going to use just like Post-it notes, sticky notes in the area to say what it is and work with it for a while and see if it works. And then once it works, I'll make permanent labels, which was one reason why I wanted to make sure I bought some of this, because I know I'm going to need to really label things really well. I wouldn't mind seeing if one of my daughters would like to learn how to use the machines, so that someday, you know, if they want, they can either leave that as a craft studio or they can get rid of it, up to them. But I'm hoping my daughter will want to decorate her classroom more, and I can make some things for her. And I figure I'm still waiting to hear from the library about volunteering there. I did talk to them. At the very least, I might, once the craft room's set up, talk to them and say, you know, you do story hour when the holidays roll around. If you do little parties, I could try to make something for them, either, you know, little bags or boxes that you could, whatever treats you give them, that you could go in those or whatever, you know, just something to kind of do with the stuff I make, so that I don't have to keep everything I make. I can give it new homes. Move a few things. I might just send them another message real quick and say, I hate to bug you, but is there any chance you can get here this week and get that slat wall hung up and move a few things over there for me? Because then I can get that room set up and I can stop looking at 4 walls. It'd be nice to be able to split, like be over there during the day and then come back over here in the evening, and we can watch our evening shows there and then sleep there, but we don't have to spend all day there. It's just getting too much. It's starting to drive me crazy. Because we sit on the bed to watch TV, the sheets are always coming undone, so I'm like practically having to remake my bed from scratch every single day. It's every day or two, and that is exhausting for me, because trying to make my bed, it's up against a wall on one side, and just trying, you have to push the bed out, you have to crawl back in the thing, and there's stuff under the bed, and it's just a whole ordeal trying to make the bed when you have to put the sheets on fresh. And that's pretty much where I end up, because they pop completely off. So it's like, I think if we're not spending all day in there every day, it won't be as bad. I mean, it'll probably still be a couple times a week, but it won't be as frequent. And I think I'm going to try to arrange it then so that we can both kind of see TV from our own beds. He can sit on his bed and watch TV. I'll sit on my bed, and then I won't have to crawl over him to get out of my bed, which probably is not helping the sheet situation any. But anyways, that's all I've got to share. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got and getting a little update on my studio. But I'm hopeful that we're going to get done and get set up over there. I'm hoping that just telling him that the furniture is coming will get him thinking, oh, we got to get over there and just finish this. But anyways, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.